Hey y'all, how's it going? I'm trading the ES futures on a 2000 tick chart with the 21 EMA. So I've got the overnight high up here and the overnight low down here. These are our key levels for the day. So I started trading at 8 Central Time, which is this area right here. Now, we started off with this uptrend here. Off these first two swings, it's fitting pretty well off the highs. When we bounce off the high, we have a slight overshoot, but we just have this one push down, also forming the overnight high there. Now, this is really just a first entry. I see there's a couple ticks higher there. And if you're new to my channel, I don't care about every tick that goes by. I care about the structure breaks. I just see one leg down here. This is a first entry long. And so you don't want to enter on it, but we do push on higher here. We break out of the overnight high. We get these correction here, except it doesn't even reach the EMA, so there's no way to get in on it. We just push on up higher, still kind of fitting well with this uptrend here, and then we finally get a break, so we just get a sharp push out. And we hold right off that overnight high level. So these overnight levels are very important. They consistently, day after day, will return to them, and it's very important to understand them. So anyway, we get this break. Now when an uptrend gets a break, we can expect prices to attempt a new high, and it's very common to get a two-legged break. So after retesting this here, we can look for a like a failed second entry or a higher low entry to get in to make a new high. But we just don't get any entries for that. It turns sideways here. We push on up. Here we get a first entry long. Once again, if you're new, I don't care about a little tick higher there and then a push lower and then going, which this is, even for scalping, this is a very small picture because you don't have a clear second entry. It just ticks higher, pushes lower, and spikes up. This is way too small picture for me to enter on. We push on up again, just another first entry, same kind of thing, and we go sideways again, and then we finally get a second big picture leg down. So even though right here on this break of the uptrend, we can look to make a new high straight away, but we just don't get an opportunity, and then as more price action forms, we get a bigger two-legged break. So uptrend, two-legged break, measured move was in play. It didn't reach it. It was held up by the overnight high level, proving how strong it is, and we just push on up. We even get a small little trap at the end there where there's people trying to go short right there on the EMA. They get filled, immediately stopped out. So that's why that looks like a really good trap right there. So once again, uptrend has a two-legged break, holding on the overnight high. This is a good big picture trade. Pushing above the EMA, great one-to-one trade. We push on up here. Now, if you didn't get in on this, I don't think that this long right here is good. It's just a first entry. So we push on up here. We start going sideways a bit. We don't quite reach the EMA on this whole way up. So there's just, unfortunately, no way to get in. And then, of course, this is just a first entry long right here. You don't want to enter on a first entry. You want to take second entries. So we kind of go sideways a bit before finally getting a strong push down, which let me adjust this trend because at first, I was extending it off of this level here. And when we pushed down here, we actually broke, but as we pushed higher, I extended it to see how it holds later, and ended up not even holding. So here, after we got that first leg down, we got this smaller second leg down, but I was wanting another attempt down because this measured move down was still in play. This second leg down is a lot smaller than this first leg down. So you could very easily get a second attempt at reaching that measured move. So this was just not worth taking. I would have, and plus it just barely missed the key entry point, right after extending it. I would have liked to see another attempt down, hold on the trend line. But unfortunately, this is just not good enough. You see it push higher there, but it doesn't mean it's going to work out like that next time. So we push on up, we get another break. And, this wasn't even off these lows. It was just two holds, and then it didn't last long after that. And you can see that it's made up of two legs on a bigger picture there, and we still have that measured move in play. So here we get a break. It gets very choppy very fast, but you can kind of see there's two legs down there before pushing higher. So even when it's choppy, you can still technically see what's going on. You have a leg down, it kind of goes sideways, and you get a second leg down before reversing on higher. You push up with two legs higher. As soon as the two legs are up, it tries to reverse back down. You get a couple attempts lower before shooting higher again. So there's no clear entries in this. At this point here, when you're rushing above and holding above the EMA, you don't want to enter short. When you have a big uptrend in play, large up measured move still in play, I would not want to go short right into the EMA there. And then, of course, here, this is just a first entry at this point. You bounce off the low of this range. You push up very strong, bullish. And even though you have a good bearish bar here, it's just a first entry with an overall bearish bias. So we push on up here. Here, before making the video, I was hoping that we would just quickly make a second leg down, retesting this dotted range, because we could have gotten from here new high, 2 legs down, retesting, great place to look for a long, or even if it didn't offer setup there, what could have happened is 2 legs down, retesting, push up into a higher low or a failed second entry. That would have been a great continuation trade, but we kind of just pushed on out there. And of course, given this strong push down, I would want to see 2 clear attempts at least. So if it wasn't 2 clear big legs down, I would want to see a couple of attempts at a new low. And we only get 1 attempt here before pushing higher. And you can't bet on that working. So even though it works here, it works out very strong here, it doesn't mean it's going to work out like that next time. So this is just a 1 trade day for me. But, if you trade bigger picture, you're not going to get as many trades anyway, but you're going to have larger trades. I mean, this is a 5-point trade. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Hope it helped out in some kind of way. And I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time.